Hi everyone, it's Miss Abby at the Laramie County Library. I'm going to be showing you another Winterfest craft. This is star suncatchers. You could make a 6-pointed star suncatcher or a 5-pointed star suncatcher. No matter what holiday you celebrate, Hanukkah, Christmas, both, neither, something else, you can make a star suncatcher, and I'll show you how. First, we're gonna make a 6-pointed star, and then we'll make a 5-pointed star. In your kit, you should have instructions, some tissue paper in various colors, sticks, you should have 2 pieces of string, and you're also going to need, and you should have tinfoil. You're also gonna need white glue, and some water, and something to spread the glue and water on with. I'm going to use a paintbrush. You could probably even use your fingers. It would be very sticky. First, I'm going to show you how to form the 6-pointed star. We're going to do this part first, and I would highly suggest letting this dry before you move on to the second step. So what we're going to do is we're going to form 2 triangles and lay them on top of each other. A little bit of glue here. And a little bit of glue here. Maybe a little more glue. Nice little dot of glue. And glue dot here. Okay. Triangle number 1. Just gonna let that dry a little bit. And if you're wondering what the tinfoil is for, it's so that you can have a little spot to work on that's not gonna get stuck to itself. But if you can think of some other way to use the tinfoil, you're welcome to. Okay, I have my 2 triangles, and I'm just gonna let them dry a little bit. Okay, I've let my triangles dry a little bit. I probably should let them dry longer until they're completely dry, but I wanna show you what the next step is. So you're gonna put some dots of glue close to each point, but not quite at each point. Kind of like this. I'm just guessing. We'll see how that lines up. I think this one's still a little wet. I probably should have let it dry all the way, but let's see what we got. It's mostly dry. Mostly dry, and yeah. And you can just scoot it around a little bit till it looks nice and even, or not, up to you. That looks pretty good for me. So I'm gonna let this dry all the way dry. And in the meantime, I will show you how to make the 5-pointed star. You will need 5 sticks. I'm gonna start with my first stick horizontal like this, and my second stick I'm gonna form basically a number 7. Now if you've ever drawn a 5-pointed star, it's basically the same way to do it. All right. And now my next stick is going to go from here to the middle of the other stick. This one's a little trickier to make than the 6-pointed star. Now this one will come down to form the other leg, like a letter A or the top of a triangle. And I can also put a little glue here to help hold it together. That's a good idea. Okay. last stick. This one's gonna go like this to complete the 5-pointed star. Here we go. Now, grown-ups, if you're doing this with a younger kid, you could help them, or you could also try drawing a star for them to follow the path. That might make it a little easier to assemble the 5-pointed star. Now see, this popsicle stick is a little bit bent, so I'm gonna put it this way instead. Okay, that is my 5-pointed star, and I'm going to let that dry. Okay, we're back. My pieces have dried, and I'm ready to do the second big step. Now, what I'm gonna need for this is a cup of water mixed with glue. So I'm just gonna put some glue in and some water and mix it up. Maybe half and half is fine, but you don't have to worry too much about it. Now you also have various colors. If you are doing a Hanukkah Star of David 6-pointed star, your traditional colors could be blue and white, or you can mix the colors however you want. It is up to you. This is your project. So what you're gonna do is select a piece of tissue paper, and you can rip them to make them smaller pieces if you want, and brush or otherwise spread some of your watery glue on the piece of tissue paper and attach it to your star. Now, afterwards, you can come back and trim off any little funny bits that are sticking off, so don't worry too much about that. Now I'm gonna take my next piece and brush some glue on. This is why we have the tin foil, because otherwise this would get stuck to your table. Oh, look at this one. This one's got some dots on it, and I want these dots to face out. This is the back of my star, so I need to put it with the dots facing down. So let's put a little more glue, and I'm gonna put it with the dots facing down so that they will be in the front, because this is the back. This could get messy. I'm definitely going to need to wash my hands afterward. Okay, you can overlap your pieces. That'll provide a nice effect when you hang it up in a window or in front of a Christmas light. Spread some glue. It got a little wrinkly. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Go put one more of that color. And once you've covered it all with different colors or with different pieces of paper, you can be done. I'm just adding another layer because I think it would look nice to have different shades of blue mixing together. Now, this is the tough part. We're gonna let this dry before we turn it over and see what it looks like. So exercise your patience and don't turn it over yet. It's a good idea to let it all dry. Okay, are you ready for the big reveal? I didn't let mine dry all the way, so it might go south, but if I'm very, very careful, I might be able to turn it over and you can see what it looks like. And if I put it in a window, the light will shine through.